Rosenberg's Bagels. He brought the New York vibe of bagels to. What made you realize that Colorado needs some help?
Well, it was funny. It was by accident. I lived in L.A. and my brother lived in New York. Is that your middle name?
It's Porter, Dick.
Right. That's it. And we wanted to do this pizza thing, but my brother didn't want to come to California, and I didn't want to go back to New York. So we kind of met in the middle, and then just got started. And
taxes are friendlier here than both of those places.
Yeah, I know, but we kind of fell in love with the mountains on our first visit, and I came out here on a visit Saturday morning at 10, bought my house at noon, and moved out as soon as it was built. So
that must have been a while ago, because it's not that. I mean, obviously houses fly off the market here, but
no, it's been 13 years this journey.
How long?
13 years. We've been open 12 and a half. So
what was the OG location?
Just 6 miles down the road, 1,900 square feet.
All right, so we understand you're strictly in the suburbs.
Yes.
Why can't you come closer to where we're at?
I don't know. We haven't figured out the millennial yet, so we're gonna stay
right here. This is us.
We like Tide Pods.
Right.
That's
so
the rumor.
Yeah, we don't have Tide Pods on our menu, so we're gonna stick to the suburbs for right now.
All right. Well, I guess we'll make the trip out here every now and then.
Yeah, and the pizza is definitely worth it. Obviously, like Katie mentioned, over 100 beers on tap, 8 different locations. Check out. We fucking hate Yelp, but it is a very useful tool as long as you're not Deborah asking for the manager. So yeah, you can find your locations in all the burbs if you aren't downtown. But you can also find it if you're maybe you had a couple craft beers at home. You can still find it on Grubhub, DoorDash. Is there any other ones that we need to seamlessly plug here?
Postmates.
There we go. Bada bing, bada boom.
All right, so now an important question. Since this has been going on for 8 years, what's your favorite Avery beer, Katie?
Oh, this is going to be awkward. It's like picking your favorite child.
Awkward. That is a very interesting question. I think I'm partial, obviously, to the beer we made ourselves this year. But I think I would go an Avery Classic. I like the new lager a lot. I'm a cyclical beer drinker. I go with like a certain style and I stick with that for a little while. So I've really enjoyed lately the Avery lager. The Brute IPA is another great new release. Raspberry sour. I'm a sour
Katie, he
drinker.
said one.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't pick one.
Thank you.
I can't pick one.
You got to now. You got to.
I can't do it. I can't pick one.
Okay. All right. We'll let her off the hook. Whatever. What about you, Mr. Adam?
What's the question?
Favorite Avery beer?
Oh, you can't ask me that. It's even worse than your kids because I don't have any. But
dogs. We're dogs.
All right. Well, let's say.
That's right.
Let's say
what's my favorite dog in the lineup?
Your least favorite beer.
My least favorite beer.
Yeah. So you got to answer one of those. So it's your call.
It's that one sitting right there in that glass. You see
the empty one?
That's right.
I don't like this guy at all.
Politician.
Damn it.
Great answer.
All right, Dave.
Well, mine's easy, Lily Coy, without question.
Okay.
I'm more of a lady drinker, so I like the fruits and stuff. So I'm.
He's looking out for his health. It's the passion fruit. It's the vitamin C. It's a great morning drink, great afternoon drink. You can still taste that beer after you have whatever you're drinking. You can still taste that beer.
Are you going to start putting your ingredients on your beer?
They're there every time, every can. You know exactly what's in there.
Fructose corn syrup like Bud Light does not.
We do not use. We do not.
From what I've been told, and it's not high fructose, it's supposed to be done. No, we can pass these things around. I don't have a lot to say. It's actually needed.
Is this safe microphone use?
Dude, yeah, you can say whatever the fuck you want.
Okay, all right. Well, we're spitting on this, and anyway.
We clean these after every episode.
Yeah. Right. I'm worried about in use. In interview.
What do you think we do on this podcast?
I don't know, but looking at you, I'm pretty sure nothing's off the table.
A lot of porn.
Nothing's off the table.
A lot of porn. We do a lot of porn.
That's right.
Audible porn. For our listeners at home, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes, Google Play, Spreaker, Spotify, wherever you are. It helps us climb the rankings. Seamless plug. No more, no less.
Where are we headed to now?
All right, so we're going to head to we have these regular segments we do with our guests, and what those are is we actually like to ask, you're a native.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I'm using my hands. Katie is a native. Adam's a long-time transplant, so we like to kind of know what y'all's favorites are. We've only been here 10-ish years, some less. But we want to know, like, your favorite places, best date nights, happy hours, cheap eats. So, Chris, I'm going to let you run with our Stoned Appetite segments of let's find out the nitty-gritty of the Denver dives from our guests.
Yeah, so, Katie, we'll start with you. So the last time, like, you went on a date or went out with friends or whatever, what was the last best restaurant you went to around the Denver area?
There are two.
Okay.
Can you pick one ever?
No, I cannot.
She's a beer buyer. You don't want that. Otherwise, you just have Bud Light on tap.
Yeah. Right. I love L5.
Okay.
That is an awesome date night. It is phenomenal food, great cocktails, service wine. They knock it out of the park every time.
Killer views.
And then I just found a new place, and it is in Stapleton.
Okay.
Cadiavella. They have, when you talk about happy hour, I think they do happy hour all day on Mondays. I was there on a random Thursday, and the food was fantastic.
So this is at the Stanley Marketplace?
No, it's not in the Stanley Marketplace. No? It's in the place where the Little Man ice cream, instead of it being a milk can, is
Constellations.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. That opened up recently or something? Yeah, okay.
So it's across from that. Cadiavella. It was a fantastic happy hour and really, really good food. And it's in the burbs. I hate to say it, but if you're going downtown, my favorite's L5.
Okay. All right, Adam. What about you?
Denver.
Or Boulder.
Well, no, but I'm super old school, and I will say that if I come to Denver and I don't get outside the People's Republic, the bubble kind of keeps me inside a lot of times. It really does. But when I do get outside of the bubble, I'm old school. I go to Falling Rock, and I love that place. Chris Black, good friend of mine. Just the original beer store, beer bar.
Yeah.
We had we've sold a lot of beer through him. But if that is an amazing stop.
No, we love Falling Rock.
And world renowned, and, I know, well, anyway.
We'll get him on the podcast. But where, when you're going out for dinner, where are you going?
Well, like I said, I don't get outside of Boulder very often, but
where are you going in Boulder?
In Boulder, I'm a big Jack's fan. Jack's Beach House. Dave Query has a bunch of restaurants. There's a Jack's downtown Denver as well.
Yeah,
Lola's.
They're all over the place. Yeah,
exactly. So we're not all over the place, but he's got a little burgeoning empire. I think a lot like Dave's got a little empire going here with his Parry's Pizzas. But yeah, that's typically where I'll hang out. Is go down on Pearl Street and bar hop around. We got a few tap handles around town, so.
Yeah.
Try to step out and say hey to a couple of people.
All right, what are you working with, Dave?
I'm gonna go with Katie. I just tried L5 for the first time. It's hard to get in.
Did you take the kid?
No, I went just my wife and I.
Okay.
And I got to tell you, it's one of the better restaurants I've been to in the last 6-9 months, without question.
Nice.
The view speaks for itself, but even the food and service was outstanding. Just overall fantastic.
All right. So where are we headed to, Kip?
All right, so we did best dines. We did kind of happy hour. And I agree with y'all. The L5, the view, if you're going for date night, there's a 92% chance you get laid if you're picking up the tab of whomever you take to L5. It's primo, like views. You catch either the sunset off the reflecting of the DeVita, or you can catch it on the lounge side. It's a strong play. That's not a bad call. And then anytime you can go small plates and get like 5 or 6 different ones, so you can kind of sample the fare, that's always fire. So I do agree with both y'all on that one. We're going to go, all right, this is the last Red Rocks show you were able to catch, or last good concert. If it wasn't at the Red Rocks, there's a good chance it was probably at our friends, the Fillmore Denver. If you're looking for a primo show, there's a good chance the Fillmore Denver has you covered. Otherwise, Red Rocks. What's the best Red Rock show you call it? We'll start with Miss Katie. We're going to go back around the world.
I'm going to pick 2, right, Katie?
Well played. I like that.
Red Rock. Does it have to be
No, it doesn't have to be Red Rocks. It could be Fillmore, or it could be other locations that are inferior to those two.
Growing up in Colorado, I have been to a number of Red Rock shows. So,
best one of all time.
Gosh. Can't anybody go first while I think about it for a minute? Dave?
Chris, reverse it.
All right, but if we do this, you have to pick one.
I will pick one.
Okay.
Give me a few minutes.
Adam, you go.
Oh, man. So I love all kinds of music. Like I was coming down here in the van, and one of my guys was like playing. He had his playlist on, and I don't know how old he is. He's like 30 or something. It was the Smiths, it was the Cure, it was all these things that I grew up on. So like, I mean, I love all kinds of music. The last concert I saw was a classical concert, Bach, Beethoven. It was violin and piano. It was awesome. Red Rocks, embarrassing enough, that's in the 80s. That's like U2, Under a Blood Red Sky. You know, like it was a long time ago. And I'm old, yes.
But it wasn't U2, was it? You saw U2 there?
What's that?
Was it U2 that
I believe it was Under a Blood Red Sky, right? Was that right? Is that Red?
I don't know. I fucking hate U2, but that's okay. So do I.
Hey,
thank you. I fucking hate them.
That's the most Ole Miss answer I've ever heard. I'm just kidding.
There you go.
I actually don't mind them as much as these guys seem to repel.
At least I didn't say Coldplay, right?
I mean, yeah, it's like, or Nickelback. It could have been a lot worse. And
Nickelback would be the worst answer.
Anyone that shames folks on music are douchebags. So I'm with you on that one. I back it, and the fact that you have the nostalgia of you saw Bono like back in the heyday. I guess it's like that's something to hang your hat on. So I won't let Chris shit on you.
Right,
that's classic Bama mentality.
It was him. In the same week, they played it. In L.A. and then they played at McNichols the week after. That was, I think it was 84. It was the war. No, but it 52. Yeah. So that was 84. That actually wasn't Red Rocks. That was McNichols Arena. Yeah. McNichols, for all of you, was a place where the Nuggets used to play. It's a basketball team. Yeah, okay, right here in town. Yeah. We were playing in Game 7 tonight, by the way, which I need to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll be watching that too.
Right.
Yeah, go Game 7. Fuck you, Popovich. All right,
Dave.
So best show? The question was best show?
Yeah, best concert.
Oh, best with Dave Matthews out at the Gorge.
Out of the Gorge? All right, but now in Colorado.
In Colorado. You're probably going to, you said you're not going to make fun of music. I would have to say I saw Luke Bryan 2 summers ago, and you want to talk about a party. That's a party.
Where'd you see him at?
Out at Dick's.
Oh, okay.
Does he stay strong? Huh? Is Luke Bryan? I don't know. Dude,
Is he cool with you? Is he cool with you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind. Yeah, I love country. I'm preferably a 90s guy. Like Garth is coming to Mile High here this summer. I'll be there with bells on. Shout out Carrie Ann. I appreciate those tickets. What's it called? Yeah.
Hey, did you buy her dinner at L5 the other night?
I did not. Carrie, if you want to go to L5,
you have an 8% chance of getting laid.
Yeah. Some of us have 8. Some of us have 92. Good thing.
You do L5 into a Garth Brooks concert?
I think that goes up to about 97, 98.
And if you
percent.
Yeah, and there's 100. A good chance you don't come in with just a dog. But at the same time, if you do, just to really hammer home that extra 8%, you could go to Williams and Graham after, and you're groovy. We got to wrap it up. So we're going to do these last couple questions. Katie, you have to answer. What is the one best show you've done recently? Or what's the best show? Red Rocks version.
Red Rocks version is to preface why I have a hard time picking is I see live music almost every weekend in some way, shape, or form. So if we're going to go Red Rocks, I will go to the very first Red Rocks show that made me a Red Rocks believer.
Kenny G.
No Doubt. Old school. Before No Doubt was a thing. When it was just the album of No Doubt.
Kenny G?
No Doubt. Gwen Stefani.
Oh, the home wrecker.
No Doubt.
What?
Kenny G.
Kenny G.
No.
So I thought you were like, no doubt. I was like, for real?
No, the band. Oh, gosh.
Okay, well, then no doubt. That's not bad. I won't knock it either. We're not here to shame. We don't shame people on their opinions. This is our last question. We love to ask all of our guests. It applies in zero format and kind of really hammers home the podcast theme. And so we're going to start with you, Adam. We're going to mix it up, keep you on your toes. Don't pull an Ole Miss. You got this. Do you believe in dinosaurs?
I thought there was no shaming in this
No, we don't music
podcast.
shame.
Oh, understood.
I'll shame
You'll
the
shame
shit
on
out
sports.
of
No,
yeah.
okay, gotcha.
I mean, college sports teams is fair game in this podcast. Do you believe in dinosaurs? I don't know if you went to school at Ole Miss because y'all may not, but do you believe in dinosaurs?
Yes.
Okay. If you were a dinosaur, what would you be?
Velociraptor.
You're a velociraptor? Why did you say it like that? Weird.
I guess I mispronounced it.
It's okay. I'll allow it.
I guess I'm a dinosaur.
Why would you be a velociraptor?
Why?
Why would you be?
I don't know. They're cool. They're nimble. They're quick. They were on top of the food chain, but they weren't gigantic. They had, and they worked in packs. They were team members, and I love that.
I do love. That's a great. I hadn't heard that from any of our guests that have said, well,
I just made that shit up. Like,
dude,
on
you're
the fly.
I'm telling you, you're in that same.
I should have went first.
You know what it is? It's the 4 beer zone.
It's the butter zone. I was about to say that exact same thing.
So that's why we're here earlier today, because y'all are about to go on a big pub crawl, aren't you? You're going to all the Parry's locations.
It's going to be, yep. I'll be a lot funnier later on, or at least I'll think I am.
Shit. Yeah.
Exactly.
I think we're
You'll like me
protecting
more.
you.